It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. Of course, it is our daily mission to bring you some news that you could use. Today will be no exception to the rule. Follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Well, as we get closer toward the weekend, things are still unfolding in the world of athletics. And of course, the professional ranks will have what they have. You have your World Series contest coming toward an opening soon, depending on what happens in the rest of these epic battles. The Dodgers and the Giants doing battle. They'll take on the Atlanta Braves, who were successful in dealing with the Milwaukee Brewers. So you have the Astros lining up for what's going to be an epic battle with the Red Sox. So a lot going on in the world of professional sports. But of course, you know, we like to keep it local. And for high school and college, and we won't have any lack of material developing throughout the course of the week. And as you know, we are mighty glad to be the voice of student athletics. And when we talk about student athletics, of course, the dynamics have changed drastically, and it appears that they're going to forever be changing. With so much going on, could it be that some coaches are starting to experience burnout? It's a different era, a different mindset of getting things done, and it could be some coaches are extremely burned out. Yes, the pay is good, the limelight is there, but the circumstances are so much different today than they were as early as 10 years ago. And could it be having a toll on some of our coaching? Well, that's something that could really go under some further examination. We know that we're in an era now of mental strain and mental concern, mental well-being. And it's just something to look at. Is it truly worth the hassle that one would have to go through as far as the dollars versus the stress levels that come with coaching? Something to think about. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of today's episode.
Drivers and bicyclists both have the right to be on the road and travel safely. And when we're on the road together, safety is a shared responsibility. State law requires drivers to maintain at least 3 feet of clearance when passing bicyclists. And bicyclists should always ride with the direction of traffic and follow all traffic signals. It's safer. It's courteous. It's the law. A message from the Regional Planning Commission Pedestrian and Bicycle Program.
The station designed with you in mind, serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Prince Show. You got to love that Marching Storm. I know everybody say they got the best band in the land, and I'm proud of the Marching Storm and the excellence in which they perform. We got to get old Doc Zachary back on the show. He's one of the show favorites right there, but this is just something magical. Let me shut up just for a minute. Let this finish out for a second. Don't get no better than that, does it? Big weekend for the Panthers. Do they have enough in the tank to go on the road and take care of business with those old pesky Wildcats? Well, I think they do, and I think they'll take care of business real soon. You may have heard on yesterday's episode the picks between Coach Pettaway and myself. I'm doing pretty good with old Coach. I made a little comeback. I got to stand my ground right now and make sure that everything is everything. But would love to hear what you think about your picks. Maybe we can add a guest or two or a listener or two to go against Coach Pettaway and myself throughout the week. And we'll compare. I guess we'll have a listener to chime in with the Pettaway Prince pick segment. I think we might do that. If you feel like you'd be interested in that, go ahead and hit us up on the message line, 713-570-6736. You can give your picks, and we'll play it back over the airwaves in the episode and see how you match up against old Coach and myself. Now, last week, we talked about who I thought that the next athletic director should be at Alcorn State. And some of you agreed, some of you disagreed. And I had one in particular that stated, he said, hey, you know what? Sounds good, but we can't really afford to do that in this era of athletics. You know, it's not like it was, as I mentioned earlier, last segment, 10, 15 years ago. Too much going on, too much fundraising to be done from the athletic director's position in order to make that happen. And I could see the point that was being brought up, but I really think that McNair could handle that. Lorman, I should say, is a unique area, and it's going to take a unique individual to understand the landscape, understand the culture, and have a love for Alcorn to pull it off. And I just think he is the one. And if he so desired, he could transition to that position full time. And maybe he has the next football coach already in his camp to take over the reins as football coach. So I think there are a lot of great possibilities that could unfold for that. But once again, it's wishful thinking, outside the box thinking, but it's something that could be a reality. I think he would be one heck of an athletic director. He's already proven that he has the organizational skills to pull it off. And I just really, really think it could be. And speaking of pulling things off, if you were able to listen to our Pick'em section on yesterday between Coach Pettaway and myself, I'm reaching way out on a limb this week. I'm going against the grain. And I'm doing this purely on gut and gut alone. But I truly, truly believe that something magical is going to happen this weekend. And it's going to take place in Ruston, Louisiana. I believe that Texas Southern University Tigers will pull off what some will consider yet another major upset. And I'm going to add a layer to that and project that the Grambling Texas Southern game will be one of the highest scored games throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference for this week. What do you think about that one? I got Prairie View winning on the road. I think it's something that they should handle. And speaking of handling things and where they are as far as leadership, of course, Prairie View sitting on top, and they've taken care of the business at hand. For them to be where they are right now at this point of the season, should we really be surprised? Some, of course, will say, yes, we were surprised because no one would have ever said or thought in their right mind that Prairie View would be where they are. But they are. But when you look at the teams that they've had success against on paper, should we be surprised that they're where they are? If there was one surprise looking at on paper prior to the season, would be Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff by far has underachieved at this point. They and Bethune-Cookman, in my opinion, have underachieved thus far. But as you look at the rest of the games, until the discovery of Mr. Body at Texas Southern, did you really believe that Prairie View should lose to Texas Southern? If we're going to be honest, no. If you look at Grambling with the success that Dooley in particular has had over Grambling since coming to Prairie View, did you really anticipate that as a loss? Can't say that we did. Now, when you look at Pine Bluff, as we mentioned, coming from the spring, how strong Pine Bluff looked, that one was saying that was going to be a dogfight. That could be a pick 'em. Now with the momentum flowing, with Bethune-Cookman's lack of achievement, should we anticipate anything less? I should think not. Another intriguing game is going to be Southern at Pine Bluff. How will Southern rebound? I'm projecting them to win that game on the road, but there's still a lot of questions at Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And they're going to be answered on this Saturday. Lot moving and grooving. Basketball season soon to start. We'll be hearing from Coach Byron Smith as he breaks down the 21-22 season on the hardwood. And we'll be getting Coach Pugh on the line real soon. But meanwhile, I'm going to exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us each and every day. We know you could be many other places, but for whatever reason, you keep coming back, and we truly appreciate you for that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Hit subscribe. Hit the bell notification. That'll keep you in line with any and everything that we're doing on any given day. I must exit stage left for right now, but until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side. The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.